Talofa, Malele, Bula and Welcome to Season 5, Episode 67 of Breakfast Bites by TEIVOVOsports.com. A wrap of Pasifika People sports news on a drizzly but warm Friday morning, 9 June 2023. Coming to you with tons of hanisi from the 180th meridian in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. In rugby, our world-famous tips for the Super Rugby Pacific quarterfinals. The Blues to Kung Fu, the New South Wales Waratahs tonight. And on Saturday, the Chiefs to judo the Reds. The Fijian Drua to jiu-jitsu. The Crusaders in freezing Christchurch. And the Brumbies to karate the Hurricanes in Canberra. More on the 45-man Fiji Water Flying Fijians squad to the 2023 Rugby World Cup released overnight on Background Buzz at the end of this podcast. In Rugby League, NRL games this weekend. On Saturday, St. George Dragons versus South Sydney Rabbitohs at Netstrata Jubilee Stadium at 3 p.m. The Broncos versus Newcastle Knights at Suncorp Stadium at 5:30 p.m. The Sydney Roosters versus Penrith Panthers at Allianz Stadium at 7:35 p.m. On Sunday, the Melbourne Storm versus Cronulla Sharks at Amy Park at 2 p.m. And on Monday, it's the Bulldogs versus the Eels at Accor Stadium at 4:05 p.m. In football and sports biz, Lionel Messi's Inter Miami debut may come as soon as 21 July for a Leagues Cup match against Mexican club Cruz Azul in Miami. Before the news was even official, the get-in price for that game skyrocketed to US $329 on Wednesday, up over 1,000% from Tuesday's regular price of US $29. Inter Miami added 1 million Instagram followers Wednesday as word spread that the legendary soccer player was joining them, doubling the team's audience on the platform in one day. Messi reportedly turned down nearly US $400 million from a Saudi Arabian club to join Inter Miami, where he will receive a percentage of all new subscriptions to MLS Season Pass on Apple TV+, according to the Wall Street Journal. The streaming service is in the first year of a 10-year US $2.5 billion media rights deal that is now much more valuable with Messi playing games that it exclusively broadcasts worldwide. The Athletic reported the deal could also include profit sharing from Adidas, which renewed its apparel brand with the MLS before this season. Messi owns a home in Miami and has ties with Inter Miami co-owner David Beckham. Inter Miami has matches in New York, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Orlando, Chicago, and Charlotte after 21 July as part of 17 away games. And finally, in boxing, speaking through an interpreter, Mexico's top-ranked super welterweight fighter Carlos Ocampo warned Aussie champ Tim Tszyu to watch his arm and don't make excuses after the fight about it, as he plans to knock him out in their fight on the Gold Coast on 18 June. So where is this dog that bit Tszyu? What kind of dog is it? And the $60 million question, why did it bite him? Okay, Fiji rugby fans. In Background Buzz today, I take a wider look at the Fiji Water Flying Fijians squad for the Rugby 2023 World Cup in France in less than 99 days and counting down. Simon Raiwalui and his co-selectors have done an excellent job, especially picking 23 players from the Swire shipping Fijian Drua in the 5-man Fiji Water Flying Fijians squad for the Pacific Nations Cup in July and pre-Rugby World Cup warm-up games in England and France. The squad also includes 13 players from French top 14, 5 from the English Premiership, and 1 each from French Pro D2, United Rugby Championship, Japan Rugby League 1, and Super Rugby. A final squad of 38 players will march into camp on 1 July. The 12 front rowers in the squad consist of loose head props Penny Rovai, Roni Maui, Hareti Hetet, Meli Tuni, hookers Sam Matavesi, Tevita Ikanavere, Zuriel Tongoe Tama, Mesulame Ndolo Koto, Tighthead Props, Mesaki Ndonge, Luke Tangi, Samu Tawake, and Chone Koroin Duandua. Evergreen Apisalome Ratuniarawa has been named in the second row alongside Iso Nasila Sila and Temo Mayana Vanua. The utility forwards features likes of Albert Tuisue, Pedeli Yato, and Drua pack of Lekima Tangivalu, Josefa Tamani, and Te Ahiwaru Zirikindeveta. The robust back row throws up Mr. Versatile, Levani Mbotia, William Emata, and Kitione Kamikamida against young guns, Melin Derenalangi and Vilive Miramira from the Fijian Drua. An all Fijian Drua halfback trio of Frank Lamani, Simeone Kuruboli, and Penny Matawalu have been named in the wider squad, with Teti Tella and Caleb Muntz challenging Ben Volavola at fly half. It's in the outside backs that the Fiji Water Flying Fijians has the exciting talent and world-class stars to light up the Rugby World Cup 2023 with the likes of Josua Tuisova, Kalaveti Robovo, Andrea Zozangi, Waisea Nayadalevu, Iosefo Masi, and former All Black Seta Tamanivalu. And wider still, game breakers include Vinaya Hambosi, Tuta Wainingolo, Celestino Ravata Umanda, Elisa Androsese, Setareki Tuiduvu, Semi Randrandra, Sireli Mangala, and Vilimoni Botitu. Fiji's Pacific Nations Cup tests start on 22 July against Tonga in Lautoka. Then they play Samoa a week later in Apia and meet Japan on 5 August in Tokyo. In pre-Rugby World Cup 2023 warm-up tests, the Fiji Water Flying Fijians play England at Twickenham on 19 August and play France on the 27th. One more thing. I feel it would be a very smart move as well as very deserving for Simon and the FRU to invite Mick Byrne into the Flying Fijians coaching team as an assistant coach, even if just as a consultant. Mick Byrne is a very big reason why this Fijian Drua team is in the Super Rugby Pacific quarterfinals in only its second year. As such, he is probably the Super Rugby Pacific Coach of the Year. And that's a wrap. For TEIVOVOsports.com, I'm Calden Kamia. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons below if you want to receive more Pacifica sports highlights on Breakfast Bites. Bina'a. And thank you all, Tumas, for all your love and support.